Say hello to Greg Heff. Together, he and I are working to complete every diary task in old school RuneScape in order from easy to elite without doing anything in the higher tiers before completing every task in the lowest tier. This is the Diary of a Wimpy Adventurer. Welcome back. In the last episode, I made a pretty big mistake when I went to Vanica for a Slayer task which broke the rules of the account. Getting a task assigned by him is a medium achievement for Varrock, and I haven't completed the rest of the area tasks, so technically I failed the challenge. But after reaching out to some of my friends and reading the comments on the other video I posted, I decided to continue on with the series. I was just starting to get attached to Greg, and I would hate to cut his adventure short due to my mistake. Yes, I know I failed the challenge, but in an attempt to right my wrongs, here's what's going to happen. First and foremost, I'm going to Turiel to get another assignment so I can still train Slayer, but not by getting XP from a task I shouldn't have had in the first place. Secondly, eventually when I do complete the rest of the easy tasks, I'm not allowing myself to complete any of the Varrock medium tasks until every other task is complete, meaning Varrock will be the last set of medium tasks that I complete before moving on to the hard tasks. And third, I went through and compiled a list of potential rule-breaking activities and put them in a spreadsheet to triple check and make sure I'm not accidentally doing something I'm not supposed to. And now that I have this document, I'm officially disallowing myself to continue the series if I break the rules again. But, with all that being said, let's get into the video. I do want to say, I know it wasn't a whole lot of responses to the last video, or to the Whoopsie video, but I do appreciate everybody giving me the chance to try and make this right, so we're going to get this quick assignment switched from Turiel, and then we're going to train a little bit of Slayer, but I also want to get the Amulet of Accuracy, so, okay, cool, he's going to let me do it. Yep, I do want that to happen. Alright, so now I gotta kill 25 dwarves, and then, start gaining some Slayer XP, but yeah, I'm gonna go find some Implings actually, and try and get a new amulet for Greg, so I'm not just rocking the Ghost Speak amulet everywhere. As much as I love the amulet, the way it looks, it doesn't give any bonuses, so there's no point in wearing it around, especially if I'm gonna be doing Slayer. After skipping the task that Vanica gave me, I worked my way up to level 15 Slayer to check that off the list. But before I started the Slayer grind, I went to the Ardoin Monastery to kill imps until I got all 4 beads for the Imp Catcher quest and get my new Best in Slot amulet. Black bead, let's go. 2 more. Ooh, chef's hat. Chef Greg. Let me cook you some. White bead, let's go. 1 more. Wait, no. I already have the white bead. Damn it. I need yellow and red. Wizard hat! Oh! Gonna help with the training later. Oh, attack bonus. There it is. There's a yellow. Alright, I just need red now. Wait a minute. I hope that doesn't mess with the audio. Oh! Oh! I was so concerned about the freaking my audio setup, which hopefully that didn't sound too bad in the previous recording, but or the last like 10 minutes or whatever, however long I've been doing this, but I was so concerned with that I didn't even realize I got the red bead. But yeah, that's all of them. So let's go back to the Wizard's Castle, or Wizard's Tower, and do this quest real quick. Scatter these ashes, of course. There it is. Amulet of Accuracy. Oh, and 24 magic. Yeah, that's going to be my best slot for a while. Until I can either craft a better one, or if I get one out of a clue scroll or something. But, alright, cool. Now I got that. I'm going to go and hunt down a little rune scimitar. After acquiring my new amulet, I threw on some robes and killed some Zamorak warriors to get myself a rune scimitar to really try and eke out as much DPS as possible. If you ever want to do this for your account, it's a pretty easy setup. All you need to do is stand on this tile and wait for a Zamorak warrior to come within range, and you'll be able to safe spot them from here. Sometimes the pathing is weird and you'll have to move around a bit, but just run over to the tile to the east and you'll be in a safe spot again. Oh, beekeeper. Wait a second. Give me a second. I know you need help. Give me a second. I'm doing important things. I know. Give me a second. You can borrow me for a minute, beekeeper. Just give me a second to kill this Zamorakian warrior. Alright. Nothing. Alright. Boots! And a lamp! You know what, we're throwing that on. Herb Lord. Why, thank you. Oh! There it is! There it is! Drop number 2 on KC24. Let me go back here real quick. Look at it. Best in slot till Monkey Madness. Whenever that happens. Alright. Cool. Let's go. Well, let's bury these bones real quick. After I get done with this, we're gonna go and do some Slayer. Let's go kill some dwarves, huh? 24 KC is not bad at all. It's like half the drop rate. That actually is almost half the drop rate. I love that most of my equipment is the diary equipment. Like, most of what I actually wear as best in slots is just my diary equipment. I mean, I probably could actually either buy or make better armor. Well, maybe not make, because my smithing level is only 30, but yeah, which is steel, so I probably could get better armor overall, but I like the idea that in this diary achievement series, he's wearing the diary items as like best in slots. But I mean, obviously, once it becomes like a bigger deal, and when I get further into the end game, I'm not going to be able to, because I think these only go up to like rune tier. But at least for now, he's balling. All right, let's go do the Falador. Go to Falador and kill some dwarves. Level 10. Level 11. 12 Slayer. Whenever it says task, like I'm gonna have PTSD now. 22 cave crawlers. Alright, let's go grab our tinderbox and candle and let's go do that. Oh wait, we have a light source on our head. Why did I grab my torch? Watch this, watch this. Look at that. Still works. You know why? Gander and headgear, baby. Wish I remembered that earlier. I'm killing cave bugs, not cave crawlers. Oh my god, how do I... Where the cave crawlers at? Well, I got some extra defense XP, I guess. That's not going in the video. It's definitely going in the video. Oh! Oh! I was like, why am I not getting Slayer XP? Oh! Oh god, they poison! Oh... Let me swim away real quick. Flee, Greg Heff, flee! Get it? That's... yeah. You get it. You got it. What's up, Steph? No, I didn't go attack a cave bug without any anti-poison. What do you think I am, dumb? Alright, take care, Steph. 13 Slayer. Didn't pop up because I got attacked, but 13. Potato. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, I'm going back. 14 Slayer. Alright, there's 15 Slayer, so now we can go on and do the Morytania tasks. Oh, I need to get 23 farming. But how am I gonna get farming? Well, I'll tell you how. Farming runs. But before we could go around planting seeds, I needed seeds to actually plant, so I went to Hosidius to rob the fruit stall until I got up to level 38, which would allow me to pickpocket master farmers. Alright, there's 38. So now I can start pickpocketing master farmers. I think I'm gonna go do that for a little bit so that I can get some seeds. I did get a few strange fruit as well, so it's gonna help me out later. But yeah, I'm gonna go pickpocket some master farmers. Actually, you know what? I don't know. Because I need 12 cooking. I can do that later. I'll do that in a little bit. I'm gonna go pickpocket master farmers for an hour and see what that gets me. So, I'll see you then. Luckily, the first one that came to mind was in Draenor. I say this because pickpocketing the master farmer north of Arduin is actually a medium task, and we don't need that happening again so soon. Anyway, we didn't get anything crazy, but that's because there was an update to the master farmers that makes their loot scale with your farming level to deter bots from collecting a bunch of high-tier seeds. Now that I had enough seeds to get started, I made my rounds to various allotment patches around Gielinor. There's a couple patches that I'm avoiding for now, such as the patch near Canifis and the patch in Barlamore, as it would take far too long to get to those locations. But this was my route. I'd start by using the Rada's Blessing teleport to run to the Hosidius farming patch where I'd plant my highest tier seeds due to them not being able to get diseased. Fun fact, if you ever run out of compost and don't have enough weeds to make more, or if you don't want to use the crops that you're growing, most patches have some kind of field nearby that you can pick to fill up the bins, like the cabbage fields in Draenor and Hosidius, or the wheat field in Catherby. Anyway, after hitting Hosidius, I'd teleport to the monastery south of Arduin, hit the red berry patch that's next to it, and run up to the patch north of Ardy. My next stop would be Catherby to tend to those allotments, and before I'd leave, I'd run over to the fruit tree patch to rake up some more weeds. I'm getting all the XP wherever I can get it. No weed shall go unraked. Next up, I'd use a Chronicle teleport to get to the Champions Guild where I'd rake the patch there, run south to rake the patch between Varrock and Lumbridge, go behind Lumbridge Castle to rake the tree patch, and make my way past Draenor to the allotment patch north of the cabbage field. And that was it. That was all I was able and willing to do for the farming runs. Doing this netted me about 2,000 XP per hour once everything started growing, and I need to get about 3,000 XP to get up to 23 so I can make a scarecrow, so I didn't think it was too bad. But then I discovered something. Alright, there's 23 farming. It should be enough to, build a scarecrow, so alright. Well, that's all of the requirements, I think, Alright. Easy. Oh, there's no way I need 47. I need 47 farming to place a scarecrow, what? Dude, I was so excited like an hour and a half ago because I thought, oh, I'm done with the farming grind. I can go do the Morytania tasks. And then I looked up how to make a scarecrow, and turns out I have to make my own watermelons, which is like 40 something. It's like 46 farming. Yeah, so it was time for a change in plans. My plan now is to get 34 farming so I can start doing the tithe farm until 47. The easiest way to do this is by questing, so I ran off to be diplomatic with some goblins so I could save Bent Nose and Wartface from an evil food wizard to give me 1,000 farming XP. Next up I headed back to Karen to complete the Garden of Death, which rewarded me 10,000 farming XP, which shot me all the way up to level 33, leaving me just one level short of starting the tithe farm. Since I was on a roll with questing, I wrapped up my farming training by completing the Garden of Tranquility, which rewarded me with 5,000 farming XP, bringing me up to level 36. And with the level requirement out of the way for Tithe Farm, I started making my way downtown, walking fast. Bases pass and I'm tithe bound. If you've never done Tithe Farm before, here's a little rundown. You can start off by talking to Farmer Grycoller, who tells you how the minigame works. And after a couple hours I was done with... Nah, I'm just playing. Anyway, after you talk to him, you can grab some seeds from the table to get started. You can only take one type of seed, and the seeds you get depend on your level. You need level 34 to plant Golub and Nova seeds, which is what we'll be doing for now. Level 54 unlocks Pelagano seeds, and level 74 unlocks Legavano seeds, which we will not be doing because planting them is actually a hard achievement. You also need to bring a seed dibber, spade, and a few watering cans. For the method I'll be using, I'm bringing 8. After picking up the amount of seeds you want, enter the farm to start the minigame. There's no timer to start, but as soon as you plant your first seed, you have 1 minute to water it before it changes stages. If you fail to water the plant before the timer's up, the plant dies and you'll have to replant the seed to start over. The minigame is pretty easy to pick up, honestly, and it isn't as stressful as you'd maybe think. I do recommend bringing a graceful set if you have one though, because I ran out of energy quite a bit, which slowed down the whole process, but it was still pretty solid compared to the traditional farming runs. Anyway, after all your plants are done growing, the timer goes away and this is the point where I'd start walking so I could conserve my run energy. After collecting all the fruit, you can deposit them into any of the sacks that are placed in the area to receive points. I recommend depositing your fruit in batches of 100, as that's considered a full batch and you won't receive any XP or points for any fruits over the 100th. Depositing 100 Golub and Nova fruits rewards you with a total of 9,660 farming XP and 35 points, and it only takes about 25 to 30 minutes depending on how much you're able to run, so by doing this, I was getting right around 20,000 XP per hour. 10 times what I was getting from the regular farming runs, which was insane. I think in the future when I need to grind out more farming levels, I'll probably do a round of planting seeds in the various allotment patches and then come back here while I'm waiting for things to grow. The rewards from this minigame are pretty good as well. You can unlock the farmer's outfit, which gives a 2.5% XP bonus when worn. You can also get herb boxes which give you 10 random herbs, Greikoller's can which holds 1,000 doses of water, a seed box that stores any amount of 6 types of seeds, an herb sack that stores up to 30 type of each grimy herb, and lastly the ability to auto-weed my farming patches, which essentially keeps weeds from growing in the farming patches and lets me free up an inventory space by not needing to bring my rig with me every time I do a run. I'm definitely going to come back at some point and grind out the full farmer's outfit, but for now I just have the hat and trousers, which combined give me a 1% XP bonus. So, with some new Fashionscape unlocked, I ran back to Draenor to pickpocket the Master Farmer some more to get some watermelon seeds. I had 2 in the bank, so I just needed to get 1 more so I could actually plant them. After I got the 3rd seed, I made my way back to Hosidius to plant the watermelons there so I don't have to worry about them getting diseased. 1 successful harvest later, I now have my watermelon, meaning I just needed a sack of hay and a bronze spear to finish making the scarecrow. To get the bronze spear, I killed goblins in the stronghold as they dropped them pretty frequently, and then I was off to Morytania. I made a quick stop by the bank to grab a bucket, pot, and bones for the ectofunctus.
Wait, where's the bucket? And where's your sack?
I forgot them, whoops! Just kidding. I plan on getting the sack from Alice since I'd be running past her on my way to the ectofunctus anyway. But I definitely did forget about needing a bucket. The first task I went to complete upon my return to Morytania was to kill a ghoul which spawns right next to the Slayer Tower, so I went off to do that. And then this little wiener started running around right before I killed him. It frustrated me a little bit if that wasn't clear. Anyway, eventually I did end up killing it and I went off to complete my next task, which was to cook a thin snail on the range in Port Phasmatis, so I went back to the swamp to kill another snail before getting a Slayer assignment from Maz for task number 6. Yeah. No, I'm not going to try pronouncing that name.
Shades. Alright, well I need to buy something from you too. I need some buffs.
All muffed up and ready to go, I burst through the doors of the Slayer Tower and took down a gas for lucky number 7. Next up, I ran over to kill a cow for its hide so I could tan it and check off yet another area task. It'd be pretty cool if they dropped like undead cowhide or something like that instead of just regular cowhide, because these things look disgusting and there's no way their hides would look the same. Since I was in the area, I figured I'd knock out the ectofunctus task so I could get into Port Phasmatis. But since I forgot my Ghost Speak amulet, I went back to Canopus to give Sabat my wretched cowhide to turn into leather and stop by the bank to grab it so I could enter Port Phasmatis and cook this snail. But in order to enter Port Phasmatis, I need ecto tokens, which I got from using the ectofunctus. Bang bang, 2 birds 1 stone, easy game. Just ignore all the back and forth stuff. Anywho, here's me cooking snail for task number 10, which leaves just 1 more task. making a scarecrow. Since there's no hay in the whole region of Morytania, at least not that I found on the wiki, I teleported back to Varrock to get some hay from the farm near Draenor and then stopped by the bank to grab my watermelon to craft the scarecrow. With all that out of the way, I ran all the way back to the farm patch to finally wrap up the Morytania easy tasks.
Hey! La Sabre. Canvas. Alright. La Sabre. Oh. You're a girl. There they are. Oh! Wooden brush.
The rewards from completing the easy Morytania tasks include the Morytania legs, which give 2 daily teleports to the slime pit beneath the Ectofunctus, a 50% chance of gas ignoring you, and a 2.5% Slayer XP boost when completing Slayer assignments in the Slayer Tower. And of course, an XP lamp, which I decided to use once again on construction, bringing me up to level 33.
There we go, 33. Oak larders. Cool.
Well, that's it for this week. I'm still trying to figure out my whole video process, so let me know in the comments if you guys like this format where I spend the first part of the video talking about how I get ready to complete the tasks, followed by knocking them all out in the second part, or if you think it's dumb, just let me know that as well and I'll see if I can improve the videos in the future. But either way, I just wanted to say thanks again for all the support thus far, and believe me, we still have a long way to go. Here's a little map update for what our progress is looking like up to this point. I'll try to remember to throw these in at the end of the videos from now on so you guys have a visual representation of the progress we've made. There's still one region that we have yet to complete any tasks in, but that all changes next week. So, grab your coats kids, because it's about to get chilly. But, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time.